I will give the coaching hat to her as much as she wants, to be quite honest. So, we're going to play around with it a little bit. It'll be fun to... I think you've seen it with the fever. She's been very active on the sideline when she wasn't playing, so we'll utilise that as well.
Caitlin Clark just received a compliment from Sandy Brondello that would make any coach envious. And it's likely that Stephanie White is keeping a close eye on the entire situation. The coach of the New York Liberty is out here discussing letting Caitlin run plays and taking on the role of coach. This is quickly becoming spicy. However, please let me know in the comments before we get into this coaching drama. Is Stephanie White secretly angry over all the compliments Caitlin is receiving from other coaches, in your opinion?
So lads, every single team in the WNBA wants Caitlin Clark on their team. Except for... maybe.
Well. Another episode of Everyone Wants Caitlin Clark is here, with the possible exception of her own squad. This time, Sandy Brondello is teaching a masterclass on how to subtly make another coach feel totally unworthy. The coach of the New York Liberty, Sandy Brondello, who is guiding Team Clark in the All-Star game, just came out with such extravagant praise for Caitlin that you would think she was attempting to sign her to a new team. Oh, hold on. She most likely is. The woman actually declared that she would let Caitlin run plays during the All-Star game and give her the coaching hat. Wait, I'm supposed to be the one coaching her, and this lady is out here offering her my job for fun, is likely what Stephanie White in Indiana is thinking as she watches this.
Coach, obviously Caitlin Clark out of the game, but she's expressed her desire to help you out. From the coaching perspective, have you gotten anything about maybe her traits as a coach?
Yeah, not yet. No, obviously unfortunate about Caitlin's not into this game, but she's going to still have a great impact on this team. I will give the coaching hat to her as much as she wants, to be quite honest. So, we're going to play around with it a little bit. It'll be fun to... I think you've seen it with the fever. She's been very active on the sideline when she wasn't playing, so we'll utilise that as well.
Sandy's actual words are quite telling, so let's examine them in more detail. I will give her the coaching hat as much as she wants, to be quite honest, she says. We're going to experiment with it a bit. It will be enjoyable. I don't know about you, but it must hurt a little when another coach is discussing your best player as though she is already planning their future together. This is especially true if your own coaching choices have been questioned nonstop throughout the season.
Down to the game with Captain Caitlin Clark.
All right, Gabby, you dribble off. Sabrina's gonna come set you this. You're gonna skip it right when she sets it. AJ, you're coming to clean her up. We're getting this 4-point shot. Kelsey, where's Kelsey?
I like that.
You're passing it right to Sabrina for the three. I diagrammed this play. I diagrammed the play.
While Stephanie White has been making dubious rotation decisions and starting injured players in games they have already won, Sandy is out here treating Caitlin like the basketball whiz that she is. Even if they tried, the contrast would not be more apparent. The most amusing aspect is Sandy's constant insistence that Caitlin will make a significant contribution even if she doesn't play. In essence, she is stating that Caitlin Clark, who is sitting on the bench, is more valuable than the majority of players who are really playing. Stephanie White need to be treating players with that level of respect, but instead we are left in the dark about when they are hurt. Sandy also talked about how involved Caitlin has been off the field when she isn't representing the Fever. What does that tell me, do you know? It indicates to me that Caitlin is still more involved in basketball than half of the individuals in charge of choosing her current team, even while she is unable to participate. The Liberty coach is viewing this all-star scenario as a sneak peek at what might be. She is essentially letting Caitlin make coaching choices, giving her the keys to the team, and demonstrating to her what it would be like to play for a team that genuinely appreciates her basketball intelligence. In the meantime, Stephanie White is presumably sitting in Indiana, wondering why she never considered allowing Caitlin to assist her in making coaching decisions. Perhaps because she has been too preoccupied to notice her teammates' injuries until the very last minute. All of this acclaim comes at the ideal moment. Sandy Brondello shows everyone how a true coach handles a generational talent just when doubts about Stephanie White's coaching are at their height. It resembles a masterclass in unintentionally making someone else look awful. Sandy is always discussing how she plans to apply Caitlin's leadership and basketball expertise. That's coach talk for me. This player is so talented that I'll let her assist me in my work. When was the last time Stephanie White discussed using Caitlin's basketball intelligence for purposes other than simply passing the ball to her? Caitlin has been the target of the Liberty organization's recruitment efforts for some time.
The New York Liberty sent their mascot in. The New York Liberty sent their mascot to try recruit Caitlin Clark.
Perfect.
Her focus. Their coach is essentially trying out to be her future employer, and their players have been buddy-buddies with her at tournaments. The full-court press is effective. Sandy's strategy is also very fluid. Unlike several other teams, she isn't making it clear. She is merely demonstrating to Caitlin what it would be like to be appreciated and respected by a coaching staff that truly understands. Just pure basketball appreciation, without any controversy or misunderstanding. There is a clear contrast to the Fever's approach this season. Sandy is out here discussing Caitlin as if she were the brightest person in the building, while Stephanie White has been fumbling to explain ailments she was unaware of and making dubious game management choices. And what do you know? She most likely is. Caitlin Clark has years of experience playing basketball at a high level and has an extremely high basketball IQ. Any astute coach would want to get such information and make use of it. Sandy understands. Apparently, Stephanie doesn't. It's brilliant that Sandy intends to mic up Caitlin and let her coach during the All-Star game. Everyone will see what the Fever are missing when they fail to make the most of her basketball expertise and leadership. Eating at Stephanie White must be the cause of this entire circumstance. This coach has won titles, is skilled at managing elite athletes, and is giving Caitlin the consideration she merits. Stephanie is juggling dubious tactical choices and injury management catastrophes at the same time. Caitlin is adored by the Liberty players as well. She is treated like basketball royalty by the entire organization, and she has received a great deal of respect from Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're good friends. Like, I've been able to talk to her a lot kind of through this, process. And honestly, I've kind of went through something similar in my career. My first year I didn't play due to injury. And then second year I had like 3 to 4 soft tissue injuries that I was dealing with. And it's kind of, you look back and it's a blessing in disguise because you're able to just learn and grow and, understand it's all part of your journey. And you just got to, continue to figure out what you need in a pro career. And so, just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar and, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. And I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in it.
That is not even close to the treatment she has had from her own colleagues and organization. It's also quite telling that Sandy expressed excitement about this coaching trade despite never having participated in a trade. You can see she's already considering what it would be like to train Caitlin full-time, even if she's only kidding.
I care about individual play.
And I got traded, yes. My son hit me up after he goes, I've created history. This is awesome. I got traded as a coach. But look, I get to coach with Sabrina. I'm on Caitlin Clark's in Indianapolis. I mean, what a great show. So we'll go out there.
And if the chance ever arises, the Liberty are well positioned to challenge Caitlin. They possess the market, the organization, the coaching, and the talent. Sandy's handling of this all-star situation is merely additional evidence that they are everything the Fever could hope to be. Seeing another coach receive accolades for their approach to dealing with Caitlin must be extremely upsetting for Stephanie White. While Stephanie is chastised for not making the most of Caitlin, Sandy is commended for being astute enough to allow her to assist with coaching decisions. Additionally, Sandy's remarks have received overwhelmingly good media coverage. Everyone is talking about how wise it was to allow Caitlin to coach, how wonderful their relationship appears to be, and how much fun the All-Star game will be. In the meantime, overlooked injuries and dubious choices have been the focus of Stephanie White's recent media attention. Sandy also talked about how Caitlin assembled her team from players she likes and knows. It demonstrates Caitlin's excellent ties with players throughout the league and is a clever team-building exercise. It also demonstrates that she surrounds herself with good individuals who value the game when given the option. Stephanie White is also likely aware that Caitlin is more thrilled about coaching during the All-Star game than she has appeared to be about some of the regular season games due to the fever. There is an issue when your best player is more focused on assisting another coach than on playing for you. Sandy has taken a brilliant approach to the entire matter. She is demonstrating her appreciation for Caitlin's skills. While making Stephanie White's job appear more difficult in comparison, she is also making the experience enjoyable and interesting and exemplifying what effective teaching looks like. Caitlin has been the target of recruitment efforts by the Liberty Group as a whole for some time. Social media posts, player interactions, and now Sandy's coaching masterclass are all examples of what constitutes a successful corporation. All of Sandy's remarks regarding Caitlin's leadership abilities and superior basketball knowledge are veiled jabs at her use in Indiana. When you can demonstrate how to do something well, you don't need to criticize someone for doing it poorly. This is made even more agonizing by the timing of the Fever's organizational issues. The Fever are battling coaching inquiries and injury communication problems as Sandy is out here demonstrating how to appropriately recognize and utilize a generational potential. Sandy's declaration that she is thrilled to coach Caitlin, despite her small role, exemplifies what true passion for exceptional players looks like. When was the last time Stephanie White expressed such enthusiasm in mentoring Caitlin? Caitlin has been shown what a professional organization looks like through the Liberty's overall strategy. They are exhibiting basketball intelligence, competence, and respect from the top down. It's a straightforward recruitment tactic, and it's effective. The most significant thing is how normal Sandy seems to find all of this. She isn't attempting to create anything strange or forced. She is simply treating Caitlin like the basketball prodigy that she is and letting her do the talking. It's coaching 101, yet it seems like some people miss the message. Sandy's willingness to delegate coaching responsibilities to a player demonstrates her respect for Caitlin's expertise as well as her confidence in her own skills. Excellent players react well to that type of safe, astute teaching. Stephanie White, meantime, is undoubtedly questioning why she never considered using Caitlin's basketball IQ more. Perhaps as a result of her being overly preoccupied with the mayhem that seems to surround the Fever Group. Coaches and front offices throughout the league will be examining Sandy's approach to this issue. She is demonstrating how to interact with elite players, play to their strengths, and make basketball entertaining and interesting. This is also being widely covered by the media. Every report on the All-Star game highlights Sandy's intelligence and the apparent strength of her bond with Caitlin. That serves as free, favorable exposure while showcasing the qualities of effective coaching. The most striking aspect of all is most likely Caitlin's genuine excitement about this coaching opportunity with Sandy. It should be a warning sign when your best player is more excited about supporting another coach than playing for you. Sandy's strategy is really straightforward but successful. Respect excellent players, capitalize on their abilities, and make the game fun. Although it's not particularly complicated, it seems to be uncommon enough in the WNBA to garner this kind of attention. The Liberty are in a great position to take advantage of any future chances to add Caitlin to their lineup. They are demonstrating to her what it would be like to play basketball for a capable team with wise coaching choices. Sandy's remarks regarding Caitlin's leadership and basketball acumen serve as a constant reminder of the things the Fever should be doing better. You can simply demonstrate how to do something instead of giving someone a straight critique. Sandy's enthusiasm and self-assurance stand in sharp contrast to the mayhem around the Fever. One company appears capable and professional. The other appears to be extinguishing fires all the time. It will be a must-watch TV moment when Sandy agrees to let Caitlin coach during the All-Star game. It will demonstrate to everyone what occurs when a generational talent is used effectively rather than merely being pushed on the court and left to fend for themselves. Everyone engaged in this circumstance needs to learn something from it. Sandy is demonstrating how to deal with elite athletes. The Liberty is demonstrating what a capable company looks like. Additionally, Caitlin is experiencing what it's like to be appropriately appreciated and used. It's made even more ideal by the fact that everything is taking place during All-Star Weekend, when everyone in the basketball world is watching. Sandy will have the opportunity to demonstrate her coaching skills and her bond with Caitlin on the largest platform imaginable. Stephanie White must be feeling something after Sandy Brondello demonstrated to everyone how to correctly recognize a generational talent. Things are going to get really interesting in this coaching situation. How do you feel with Sandy's strategy? Leave your comments below. Click like and subscribe to see more WNBA drama stuff.